let's get into the topic of today's video, which is the fact that Earth's climate has always been changing. So yes, Earth's climate has always been changing, and I've talked extensively on my channel about climate changes Earth underwent millions of years ago, hundreds of millions of years ago, even billions of years ago, long before humans were around to cause any sort of climate change. And this sometimes leads people to believe that climate change is natural. We have nothing to worry about. But this mindset, although correct in some ways, is very flawed in others. Yes, climate change has always been occurring on Earth naturally. But when we look at past rapid global climate change events, these tend to correspond with global mass extinction events. And I don't really think that we want to be part of one. Well, of course, then you're going to have the people that argue that Earth has been way hotter than it is today. It's had CO2 levels in the atmosphere be much higher than they are today. And these are periods in which life was thriving. So clearly not all climate change events in Earth's past led to mass extinctions. Well, this is where rate versus magnitude enter the conversation. It is not the magnitude of CO2 in the atmosphere, nor the magnitude of temperature change that is making our current climate change event dangerous to life on Earth. It is the rate at which temperature is changing, the rate at which CO2 is changing, and thus the rate at which temperature is changing. That is the thing that's making our current event dangerous to life and causing a mass extinction event, because life cannot adapt quickly enough to keep up with the environmental changes that are caused by these temperature changes. We see over and over again in the rock record that when climate has changed very gradually over tens to hundreds of millions of years, there's typically no global mass extinction because life has time to adapt to those environmental changes. Whereas when climate has changed rapidly over hundreds of thousands to maybe 10 million years, yes, that's still rapid on geologic time, then mass extinctions almost always occur because life does not have time to adapt to the environmental changes. It's actually been estimated that a warming of around 5.2 degrees Celsius at a rate of around 10 degrees Celsius per million years on modern Earth, based on modern Earth conditions, would cause a mass extinction event on par with the big 5 mass extinction events of the last 500 million years. So the largest mass extinction events of the last 500 million years. And so then you might wonder, are we close to this 10 degrees Celsius per million year rate? Are we close to the 5-degree threshold? Well, let me just put it this way. We're not warming Earth at 10 degrees Celsius per million years. We're warming Earth at approximately 17,000 degrees Celsius per million years. And that is why it is rapid on geologic time. And it may not seem rapid on human timescales, but on geologic time, that is an incredibly rapid warming event. And no, we haven't reached the 5-degree threshold yet, but we're likely set to reach it in the next couple hundred years rather than 500,000 years. So a mass extinction isn't just probable in our future. It isn't just absolutely going to happen in our future. It is not in our future at all. It's happening in our present. And I'll probably have a future video where I'll talk a lot more about the statistics that show this. I won't get into it in this video, but it's happening. And then of course you're going to have the